Hello everyone, and welcome to Wonder Garden. This is the place where we share tips and experiences for caring for orchids and other garden plants, keeping your garden lush and blooming beautifully all year round. To give you more options for caring for plants at home, today I will introduce a very simple yet effective method. It can be used not only for orchids, but also for most flowering and ornamental plants in the garden. When applied correctly, you will notice that orchids start producing buds more evenly, flower spikes grow stronger, and the blooms are more vibrant and long-lasting. This is a gentle, safe, and easy-to-follow care method, suitable even for those who are just starting to grow plants at home. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe to Wonder Garden so you won't miss out on useful, simple, and all-natural plant care tips. Let's get started. Today, I'm going to make use of leftover onions from cooking to create a very effective organic fertilizer for plants. Yes, I will use about 30 grams of onion. Onions are rich in minerals, vitamins, and natural sulfur compounds, which have antibacterial properties, help limit fungal diseases, repel insects, and strengthen plants' resistance, allowing them to grow healthier and stronger. In addition to the English voice, we have now created dubbed voices in French, German, Italian, Spanish, Portuguese, Japanese, Hindi, and Indonesian to help you understand the content more easily. Listen in your preferred language by opening the video and clicking on Settings, the gear icon, to select the appropriate audio language. After chopping it into small pieces like this, put all the onion into a clean glass cup. Next, add 500 milliliters of warm water to help extract the nutrients from the onion more effectively. Next, I will use rice to add more nutrients to the fertilizer. Rice contains many B vitamins and mild minerals, which are very beneficial for root and leaf development and help plants recover more quickly. I use 3 tablespoons of rice and add it directly to the onion solution. When onions and rice are combined, they create a natural nutrient mixture. Stir the solution well. Then cover it and let it steep overnight so the nutrients can fully dissolve, ready for plant care the next day. After one night, once the solution has been steeped long enough, the nutrients from the onion and rice have been fully extracted into the water. At this point, strain out all the solids and keep only the clear liquid, which contains the highest concentration of nutrients. This filtered solution is a liquid organic fertilizer, very mild, safe, and ready to use for the plants in your garden. To ensure the fertilizer solution is safe and gentle for the plants, I will dilute the filtered solution with 1 liter of clean water. Diluting the solution helps reduce its concentration, prevents nutrient shock, and allows the roots and leaves to absorb nutrients more gradually and effectively. After this step, the solution is ready to be used in various plant care methods in the garden. Method 1. Wiping the leaves. Pour a small amount of the solution into a clean cup. Then use a soft cotton pad or a soft cloth to soak up the solution and gently wipe both sides of the orchid leaves. This method helps remove dust, fungal spores, and small insects that often hide on the underside of the leaves, while also allowing the leaves to directly absorb the natural nutrients from the onion and rice solution. When the leaves are properly cleaned and nourished, the plant will photosynthesize more efficiently, and the leaves will gradually become greener, thicker, and sturdier, perfect for weak orchids, yellowing leaves, or slow-growing plants. Not only can you use this solution to wipe orchid leaves, but you can also use it on many other plants in your garden and home, such as anthuriums, peace lilies, zea plants, and other leafy ornamental plants. This simple care method is particularly suitable for indoor plants, which receive little rain or wind, tend to accumulate dust, and require regular leaf cleaning to grow more steadily. Method 2. Watering at the base. Pour the solution into a dedicated watering can. Next, use the diluted fertilizer solution to slowly water around the base of the plant, allowing the solution to gradually soak into the growing medium. This method of watering at the base allows the natural nutrients from the onion and rice to penetrate deeply into the growing medium, nourishing the roots from within, stimulating faster formation of new roots and helping roots become plump, strong, and better anchored. Not only for orchids, but you can also use this solution to water the base of anthuriums and peace lilies. Method 3. Mist spraying. Pour the remaining solution into a dedicated spray bottle and set the nozzle to a fine mist. Gently spray over the entire top and underside of the leaves, the stems, and the area around the base. When spraying, keep a moderate distance so the solution covers the leaf surfaces evenly without forming large droplets. This misting method helps plants absorb nutrients more quickly through their leaves while naturally increasing humidity. It is especially suitable for orchids, peace lilies, and anthuriums. The nutrients from the onion and rice help keep leaves lush and glossy, reduce leaf tip dryness, and support better plant recovery after hot days or in dry environments. You should spray in the early morning or late afternoon, avoiding spraying in strong sunlight to prevent leaf burn. When done regularly at a proper frequency, you will notice your plants becoming visibly healthier, with well-developed leaves, providing a solid foundation for root growth, new shoots, and preparing for the next flowering cycles. Results. After applying this method for some time, you will notice new roots clearly emerging, with fresh green tips that are plump, strong, and firmly anchored in the growing medium. A well-developed root system helps the plant absorb nutrients more effectively, resulting in thicker, sturdier leaves that are less prone to yellowing. Orchids will begin to sprout new flower spikes more noticeably, with healthy, plump, and evenly growing spikes. Flower buds will appear more abundantly, rounder and fuller, and bud formation will be more stable than before. When the flowers bloom, the colors become brighter and more vibrant, the petals thicker, the flower shape more beautiful, and the blooms last longer on the stems. Overall, the orchids look healthy, with glossy green leaves and well-developed roots, providing a solid foundation for future flowering cycles. Not only orchids, but anthuriums and peace lilies in the garden also show remarkable changes. The plants grow steadily, leaves are lush and green, flowers bloom more evenly and spectacularly, and the flowering period is extended, keeping the garden fresh and full of life. What do you think about this plant care method? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you find this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Wonder Garden so you won't miss simple, effective, and easy to apply tips for caring for orchids and garden plants every day. Next, I will introduce a method to revive plants that is extremely simple and can be easily done right at home. This orchid has suffered from crown rot and is still showing signs that the rot is spreading. If it is not treated promptly, the plant will continue to weaken and eventually die. Therefore, the first and most important step at this moment is to completely remove all the infected parts from the plant. Only when the source of the disease is thoroughly eliminated will the plant have a chance to recover. In addition to the English voice, we have now created dubbed voices in French, German, Italian, Spanish, Portuguese, Japanese, Hindi, and Indonesian to help you understand the content more easily. Listen in your preferred language by opening the video and clicking on Settings, the gear icon, to select the appropriate audio language. Although this leaf still looks green and healthy on the outside, the upper tip has already rotted, so I will still remove it. Removing it helps prevent the disease from spreading further and allows the plant to focus all its nutrients on strengthening the stem and stimulating new shoots to emerge in the near future. This is a very important step that directly determines the orchid's chances of survival during this recovery stage. To ensure absolute safety for the plant, after cutting away all the damaged roots, I will rinse the entire plant again with clean water. This rinsing helps completely remove dirt and any remaining bacteria on the roots and the base of the plant, while also allowing us to clearly observe the condition of the roots after trimming. When the plant is cleaned this thoroughly, the recovery process will be faster, and the risk of infection after replanting will be minimized. After rinsing, I will place the orchid in a well-ventilated, cool area and let it dry naturally. Allowing the plant to dry before the next treatment step is very important, as it helps the wounds to callus over and prevents bacteria and fungi from re-entering. To continue treating the rotting base of this orchid, I will use fresh green onions. I take 3 stalks and keep only the white root ends, as this is where the highest concentration of active compounds is found. Then, I put all the onion bases into a mortar and crush them. The base of green onions contains a high amount of natural antibacterial essential oils, which help inhibit fungal diseases, eliminate bacteria, and effectively support the healing of damaged areas on the plant. If you want to learn the secret to caring for Phalaenopsis orchids, make sure to watch this video carefully until the end. Your orchids will become strong, grow new roots, and bloom vibrantly all year round. After crushing it thoroughly, I put all the mashed onion into a clean glass cup. Next, I will add 1 teaspoon of cinnamon powder. Cinnamon is also a very powerful natural antibacterial and antifungal ingredient. Then I add 500 milliliters of warm water and stir well so that the nutrients from the onion and the cinnamon powder dissolve completely into the water. After that, I tightly close the lid and let the mixture steep for 2 hours until the solution cools completely. During this time, the antibacterial and antifungal compounds from the onion and cinnamon are fully extracted, creating a very safe and effective treatment solution for rotten orchids. Oh. After 2 hours, once the solution has cooled, I will strain out all the onion residue and keep only the pure liquid. This is the solution we will use to treat the rotting orchid base and stimulate the recovery process in the next steps. To ensure the solution reaches a safe and suitable concentration for the plant, dilute this solution with 1 liter of clean water. Diluting it helps make the solution gentler, easier for the plant to absorb, and prevents shock during this weakened stage. Once the base of the plant is completely dry, I will soak the entire orchid base in the prepared solution. Soaking at this stage provides a deep round of disinfection, while also stimulating tissue regeneration and encouraging new roots to form sooner, creating favorable conditions for the orchid to gradually recover and grow again. I will soak the orchid base for about 15 minutes. This amount of time is just enough for the nutrients to penetrate deeply into the plant tissue, providing disinfection, promoting recovery, and safely stimulating the formation of new roots. After 15 minutes of soaking, the orchid base has now absorbed enough of the solution. I will gently remove the plant and start replanting it. At this step, handle it very slowly and carefully to avoid damaging the tissue that is currently in the recovery stage. I will use moss to replant this orchid. Moss is a very suitable growing medium for orchids in a weakened stage because it retains moisture well while still providing aeration, preventing waterlogging, reducing the risk of fungal diseases, and creating an ideal environment for new roots to form quickly. When placing the plant into the moss, I don't pack it too tightly, just enough to secure the orchid base while allowing the root space to extend, attach to the medium, and grow stronger. This is a very important step to help the plant stabilize after losing its crown and prepare for the recovery process in the coming period. Throughout the recovery process, always maintain a stable moisture level for the plant, as humidity is a very important factor that stimulates new root growth and supports faster recovery. However, the moisture should be just enough. Avoid making the moss too wet to prevent waterlogging and the development of fungal diseases. Next, I take a small plastic cup with several ventilation holes punched in it and place it upside down over the top of the plant pot. This creates a mini greenhouse effect, helping to retain moisture, stabilize the temperature around the plant, and protect it from strong winds, dust, and insects during its vulnerable stage. Finally, I will place the orchid pot in a well-ventilated area with gentle light, avoiding harsh direct sunlight. Result: after 3 months of care, you can see that my orchid has grown into a completely new plant right next to the old base. From a base that seemed to have completely lost its ability to survive, it has now revived strongly and continues a new life cycle. The leaves are now glossy green, thicker and sturdier, showing no signs of wilting or weakness as before. The plant stands strong, healthy, and full of vitality. This proves that as long as you handle the plant properly, care for it at the right time, and patiently accompany it, even orchids that have lost their crowns and seem hopeless can still recover, sprout new shoots, and grow again in a truly remarkable way. What do you think about this method of caring for orchids? Please share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below so we can learn and exchange more useful tips together. If you find this video helpful, don't forget to like, share with fellow orchid lovers, and subscribe to the Wonder Garden channel so you won't miss the upcoming plant care videos. Thank you all for watching.